Hello guys, welcome back to our anime moment. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Battle Through the Heavens Part 232 based on novel. So let's start. This icy-cold cry was just like a furious thunder as it reverberated through the sky. An uncountable number of shocked eyes looked in the direction this cry originated. The enormous illusory figure disappeared from the sky where many pairs of eyes had gathered. A black-clothed young man with an ice-cold expression appeared in front of the many gazes. Many exclamations were made like a ripple. Xiao Yang? Why has he appeared here? It is rumored that the person the Heaven Demon Phoenix tribe wants the 9 serene deep-ground Python tribe to hand over this time around is Xiao Yang's woman. From the looks of it, this really is the truth. Looks like there will be a good show this time around. This Xiao Yang is not an ordinary person. Even the chief of the Hall of Souls was defeated by his hands. Huang Tian has really met a tough person today. He is but a mere human. How can he compare to the great Huang Tian? The fighting strength of us magical beasts is not something a human of the same level can compare with. This Xiao Yang currently enjoys a great reputation in the Central Plains. We must let him experience just how strong our magical beast tribe is now that he has come to the beast region. Brother Xiao Yang. This unexpected change was immediately detected by Yao Ming, who was being held back. He swept his gaze over and a joy quickly surged onto his face. As long as Xiao Yang was able to hurry over in time, the big trouble today would likely be resolved. Xiao Yang nodded at Yao Ming in the distant sky. He lowered his head and looked at the 9 serene spring below. He waved his sleeve and the water pillars, which had forcefully been pulled out by Huang Tian, were gently returned to the spring by him. That huge whirlpool had also disappeared. Xiao Yang finally lifted his head after doing all this. His bone-piercing eyes glared at Huang Tian, who was slowly rising from a large pile of rock debris a short distance away. A murderous intent gradually rose in his heart. The greatest taboo during a retreat was to be disturbed by others. If one was careless, not only would the effort of the person training to come to naught, it could also endanger one's life. Huang Tian's reckless act earlier clearly indicated he did not care about Kaylin's life. This was something that Xiao Yang could not accept. You are that Xiao Yang? Xiao Yang's expression was ice-cold. Huang Tian revealed a gloomy expression. His eyes contained a golden light as he stared at Xiao Yang before slowly saying, "You are finally here. You were planning on forcing me to show myself." Xiao Yang slightly lifted an eyebrow. It seemed that this Huang Tian was not even a little surprised by his arrival. It seemed that the Huang Tian's target was not Kaylin but him. You are the first person in many years who had dared to capture my tribe's elders and use them as hostages. Huang Tian looked at Xiao Yang. His body gradually calmed the giddiness in his mind that came from being ruthlessly struck by Xiao Yang's yellow spring divine anger earlier. I can sense the scent of the Heaven Demon Phoenix tribe from your body. It looks like it is really as the elders have said. You possess the Demon Phoenix wings. With just these 2 points alone, you have been placed in the must-kill list of my Heaven Demon Phoenix tribe. Today, this king shall use your life to tell everyone that anyone who breaks our taboo will be killed without mercy. After Huang Tian's final word sounded, a bright golden light suddenly swept from his back. A pair of 1,000-foot large golden wings spread from his back. From a distance, the golden light was filled with a dignity and nobility. Xiao Yang's expression was cold and indifferent as he stared at Huang Tian. He merely snorted indifferently at the many crimes he faxed. His original intent was not to truly engage in a life and death with the Heaven Demon Phoenix tribe. Hence, he did not take their lives after having captured the 2 elders and the junior tribe chief. Instead, he had merely imprisoned them and released them after the situation within the Eastern Dragon Island had gradually stabilized. From a certain point of view, he had indicated his intentions. However, from the looks of the situation today, he discovered that his kind intentions had been misplaced. The Heaven Demon Phoenix tribe did not view his actions as kind. Instead, they were viewed as a weakness. Since his kindness could not be accepted, he could only use the most barbaric approach. How good, kill without mercy, the Heaven Demon Phoenix is really overbearing. However, I do not know whether or not tribal chief Huang possesses the qualification to utter these words. Xiao Yan faintly smiled faintly as he taunted the tribal chief. Do not think that you have the qualification to act arrogantly in front of this king just because you have defeated the chief of the Hall of Souls. Huang Qian's eyes became cold. The enormous golden wings on his back were flapped. His body tore through space at an extremely terrifying speed. He appeared in front of Xiao Yang as though he had teleported. His large hand suddenly struck forward. Golden light surged and turned into a large golden claw that ruthlessly smashed toward Xiao Yang. After this claw was swung, the space around Xiao Yang immediately exploded with a bang. Yellow spring palm. Huang Qian's frightening speed caused Xiao Yang's eyes to harden. However, he did not dodge. His hand seal changed and a 1,000-foot large energy handprint escaped his hand. A pink flame continuously wiggled around the handprint. It appeared to be filled with strength. Boom! A palm and a claw collided with a bang in the sky. A wild and violent energy wind swept apart. Even the clouds in the sky were forcefully scattered. A great force poured out of the head-on collision, causing Xiao Yang's body to tremble. He hurriedly took a couple of steps back. Huang Qian was an advanced 5-star Dosheng. Moreover, his actual form was a heaven demon phoenix. If he clashed head-on, Xiao Yang would not be able to gain much of an advantage. Xiao Yang might have been forced back, but Huang Qian did not appear any better. The pink flame that had been mixed with the energy palm made a burned smell rising from Huang Qian's hand. He had suffered a little because of the purifying demonic lotus flame. It is indeed worthy of being the purifying demonic lotus flame. Huang Qian's expression was cold and indifferent as he glanced at his somewhat charred hand. A golden light surged over it and immediately healed the burn wound. Xiao Yang did not speak. His shoulders shook and a pair of green-red bone wings spread out. The bone wings were flapped and his body swiftly pulled back. The speed of Huang Qian was far too great. It was not beneficial to engage in close-quarters combat. Attempting to compete with this king in terms of speed, Huang Qian laughed after seeing Xiao Yang pull back. The pair of wings behind him were flapped. The sound of rushing wind immediately rumbled across the sky. His figure shot toward Xiao Yang not at a speed visible to the naked eye. He had caught up with Xiao Yang in an instant. Bang! After catching up to Xiao Yang, a fist with a golden light surging around it ruthlessly smashed toward Xiao Yang's head. Xiao Yang knit his brows as he faced Huang Qian's attack. He clenched his hand. A pink flame appeared. After which, it smashed toward Huang Qian's fist in front. Xiao Yang's fist accurately struck Huang Qian's figure, but his fist penetrated the figure upon contact. After image? Xiao Yang, his eyes narrowed slightly upon seeing this after image. He instinctively turned around and crossed both of his arms in front of him. Bang! A golden light fist broke through the space the moment Xiao Yang turned around. The fist struck his arms like a thunderbolt. That frightening force sent Xiao Yang flying back thousands of feet. Xiao Yang's flying figure had only just begun to stabilize when a sharp palm wind ferociously flew toward him before he could even lift his head. That speed caused one's expression to change. Xiao Yang, I'll let you experience the demon phoenix steps of my heaven demon phoenix tribe. Many golden afterimages continued to appear around Xiao Yang in the sky. A densely packed sharp fist wind covered every single part of Xiao Yang's body. Those frightening fist winds had shattered the space within 1,000 feet into pieces. What frightening speed! The Heaven Demon Phoenix tribe specializes in speed to begin with. Even an elite 6-star Dosheng would not be able to catch up with him. Xiao Yang could be considered to have met a tough opponent this time around. It is rumored that he is also extremely fast. However, this speed is not worth mentioning in front of tribal chief Huang Qian. The countless numbers of people watching the dazzling battle quietly shook their heads. Yao Ming in the distance frowned slightly upon seeing this scene. His eyes revealed some worry. From the looks of the current situation, it seemed like Xiao Yang had fallen into a disadvantage. Bang! Xiao Yang's figure continued to remain in a small area surrounded by densely packed human figures as he performed some rapid evasive actions. Huang Qian could be considered the fastest opponent Xiao Yang had faced in all these years. Huang Qian's speed was something that Xiao Yang had to admit he was no match for. As a member of the Heaven Demon Phoenix tribe, Huang Qian was indeed gifted. When they had just begun to exchange blows, Xiao Yang had been caught off guard and was a little miserable because of this speed of his opponent. These fist shadows might appear like illusions, but they would become real in an instant if they landed on one's body. They appeared strange and unfathomable. Fortunately, Xiao Yang's combat experience was extremely rich. Hence, he quickly calmed down after falling into a disadvantage. He gradually focused his mind while he dodged and searched for signs of Huang Qian's movement. He was indeed unable to compare with Huang Qian in terms of speed, but he did possess something that Huang Qian did not. It was a strong spiritual strength. Xiao Yang's dark black eyes were filled with many golden light figures. The faces of these human figures all contained the same dense smile. Sharp palm winds continuously struck at the fatal spots around Xiao Yang's body within a short dozen seconds, causing the blood within Xiao Yang's body to churn. However, Xiao Yang merely shut his eyes after falling into a disadvantage. His dodging speed had also slightly slowed, but this slower speed coincidentally managed to dodge the many fist shadows. Xiao Yang had both of his eyes shut. His spiritual perception spread around. Those surrounding light figures, which could not be caught by his naked eyes, also gradually slowed. After these figures slowed, Xiao Yang suddenly opened his tightly shut eyes. The densely packed golden light figures in his eyes finally became illusory. The so-called demon phoenix steps is only this great. The golden light figures that spread across the sky quickly disappeared from Xiao Yang's dark black eyes. They agglomerated into a figure that appeared on his left. A cold smile flashed across his heart. His body completely ignored the fist winds around him. The clan tattoo quickly surfaced on his brow. His aura suddenly soared at this moment. It rose to the intermediate level of the 5th star of the Dosham class. Xiao Yang's fingers were curled as his aura soared. The pink flame rapidly gathered at the tip of his finger. Finally, it turned into a half-inch-long crystal-like finger. It penetrated the many human figures and ruthlessly pressed the fist behind the golden light. The golden light around Xiao Yang immediately dimmed after the pink crystal finger pressed against the fist. The densely packed golden light figures disappeared into nothing. Finally, the completely stunned Huang Qian appeared in front of Xiao Yang. He was startled to learn that Xiao Yang had actually seen through his demon phoenix steps and had found his actual body. Fire-gathering finger. This crystal attack formed from heavenly flames was something that could only be unleashed so well because of Xiao Yang's powerful spiritual strength. That beautiful glass-like crystal finger caused that majestic golden light around the fist to rapidly disappear at a shocking speed. That crystal finger seemed incomparably sharp as it tore through the do qi on Huang Qian's fist and ruthlessly pierced into his bones. Bastard! A heart-piercing pain was suddenly transmitted from Huang Qian's fist. Huang Qian's expression quickly turned dark and cold. The enormous golden light wings behind him cut through the sky like a blade and slashed at Xiao Yang with lightning-like speed. Explode! Xiao Yang's body rapidly pulled back as Huang Qian attacked. His hand seal changed and a cold smile lifted on the corner of his mouth. The pink crystal finger on Huang Qian's palm suddenly turned into a terrifying fire wave as it exploded. The pink fire wave swept across the sky. Its frightening temperature immediately vaporized any moisture of the area. Huang Qian's furious roar followed as the fire wave spread. He had suffered some damage. The sky swiftly became dim after the fire wave spread. Huang Qian's body once again appeared in front of everyone's eyes. The eyelids of many twitched upon seeing Huang Qian's current appearance. The current Huang Qian was no longer as calm as he had been earlier. Most of his clothes had been burned. His entire arm was charred black. A bloody hole seemed to go straight through his palm. No blood flowed out of this wound because even his blood vessels had been damaged by the high temperature. If Huang Qian had not reacted quickly earlier, his entire arm would likely have been crippled. How regretful! Xiao Yang, who was swiftly pulling back, regretfully shook his head upon seeing this figure. He had managed to find an opportunity due to Huang Qian's arrogance, yet he had not been able to seriously injure him. However, it would be a little troublesome if this fellow's frightening speed was completely unleashed. He does indeed have some ability as the tribal head of the Heaven Demon Phoenix tribe. Even though Xiao Yang had relied on the strength of the purifying demonic lotus flame, he had only managed to make Huang Qian suffer some non-fatal damage during this battle. Compared to the chief of the Hall of Souls, Huang Qian seemed to be harder to deal with. Huang Qian's expression was extremely gloomy as he stood in the sky a short distance away. His head was lowered as he observed his own miserable appearance. A moment later, he ended up laughing from extreme anger. Good, good. You are indeed worthy of being someone who can defeat the chief of the Hall of Souls. This king has really underestimated you today. Xiao Yang's expression was calm. However, a caution rose within his heart. He could sense a vast and mighty Do Qi rippling within Huang Qian's body at this moment. It seemed that the tribal chief of the Heaven Demon Phoenix tribe had become furious. Rumble. Dense dark clouds suddenly surged out of the sky after the vast and mighty Do Qi within Huang Qian's body began to boil. A thunderous roar was emitted from the dark clouds before echoing over the land. Demon Phoenix Holy Statue. Huang Qian suddenly roared at the sky as the dark clouds formed. His body swiftly began to transform. A golden light shot out and a 10,000-foot large demon phoenix appeared in this world and blotted out the sun. Wave after wave of frightening pressure spread in an overwhelming manner, causing many surrounding experts to feel terrified. This Huang Qian had actually returned into his original form. He has actually pushed Huang Qian to such an extent. Yao Ming's eyes were a little startled after he saw this transformation. His expression quickly became grave. After transforming into his actual form, Huang Qian's strength would raise at least 3 levels. Xiao Yang's situation was not looking good. Xiao Yang's expression gradually became grave after seeing the enormous creature in the sky. The wings of the Heaven Demon Phoenix were like metal. The actual form of Huang Qian could remain perfectly fine even if he forcefully received the attack from a 3 or even 4-star Dosheng. Adding to his terrifying speed, he was just like a slaughtering machine. Anything would shatter with a flap of his wings. This will be somewhat troublesome. The enormous demon phoenix that Huang Qian had transformed into gently flapped his wings. A wild wind blew over the ground. His sharp eyes stared at Xiao Yang as a ruthlessness flashed across them. He wanted to defeat Xiao Yang with his hands in the most miserable fashion. Bang! Huang Qian's 10,000-foot large wings were suddenly flapped as this thought passed through his head. The entire sky seemed to have dimmed the moment his huge body tore through the sky at a shocking speed. Hence, a large black spatial crack ripped through the sky in a flash. A furious thunder-like explosion shook the ears of some of the nearer experts until fresh blood flowed. The towering mountain below was also forcefully blasted into ashes by this terrifying offensive air wave. Hiss! This scene caused many to inhale a breath of cool air. This offensive strike did not require one to use any Do skill. The body of the current Huang Qian was a frightening Do skill. Those who touched it would die. Even an elite Dosheng's body would be turned into a bloody mist if one were struck by it. A blurry being tore through the sky and arrived closer to those dark black eyes. Even though it was still some distance away, the terrifying wind pressure had already struck Xiao Yang's body. The chaotic flow was just like wind blades as they ruthlessly slashed at Xiao Yang's body. Xiao Yang's expression was grave. Both of his hands quickly formed some seals. A huge spiritual illusionary figure quickly appeared outside of his body. After which, an earth-shaking spiritual fluctuation furiously roared and ruthlessly collided with Huang Qian's enormous body. Huang Qian's body was indeed frighteningly strong, but Xiao Yang was not completely helpless against him. Xiao Yang's perfect heavenly state soul was the tribal chief's nemesis. Bang! Huang Qian's speed slowed after his body was being struck by the spiritual sonic wave. Some of the metallic feathers on his body were also broken. His soul emitted an intense pain as it faced this sonic wave. Bastard! Huang Qian's eyes turned blood red after being struck by the spiritual sonic wave. His eyes were vicious as he stared at Xiao Yang. He firmly endured the intense pain within his soul as he flapped his wings again and continued to ruthlessly charge at Xiao Yang. As long as he managed to strike Xiao Yang's body, Xiao Yang would definitely die. With Huang Qian risking everything, the sluggishness caused by the yellow spring divine anger immediately weakened, and he came charging over at an even fiercer speed. From the looks of it, he was clearly planning to kill Xiao Yang in a single strike. Mao! 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 Xiao Yang's expression changed once he realized Huang Qian was going all out. He was unable to retreat at this moment. Huang Qian was faster than him, and any attempt to dodge would only lead to Huang Qian catching up with him. At that time, Xiao Yang would likely end up being seriously injured despite the strength of his physical body. A ruthless expression immediately flashed across Xiao Yang's eyes. He once again formed some seals with his hands. An illusory figure appeared again, and this time around, Xiao Yang unleashed the yellow spring divine anger 3 times. The 3 yellow spring divine angers translated into 3 spiritual sonic wave attacks. Those experts, who had originally withdrawn a great distance, were shaken until fresh blood spluttered from them. They hurriedly withdrew even further with frightened faces. Bang bang bang. The 3 huge spiritual wave attacks ruthlessly struck Huang Qian's body one after another, causing his golden feathers to blast apart. The bright golden light surrounding him quickly became a lot dimmer. Even with Huang Qian's strength, being struck by 4 yellow spring divine anger caused his soul to tremble intensely. A heart-penetrating pain spread through every part of his body. He did not even possess the strength to flap his wings. What a terrifying spiritual sonic wave! Yao Ming in the distance felt some lingering fear in his heart as he looked at Xiao Yang. He was at the very most only able to endure a spiritual assault at this level twice before his soul would collapse. Yet Huang Qian had received 4 of them and remained alive. The strength of an advanced 5-star Dosheng was indeed unusually terrifying. Xiao Yang, this king will withstand however many times you can unleash that attack. The piercing pain was bone deep within his soul. Huang Qian's mind had become a little blurry and crazy as he endured this great pain. Blood seemed to drip from his eyes. They ferociously looked at the weary Xiao Yang in the distance. He controlled his wings and ruthlessly flapped them. Bang bang. Huang Qian's huge body appeared a few thousand feet in front of Xiao Yang after he flapped his wings. A frightening airflow wildly tore at Xiao Yang's body. The churning dou qi on the surface of Xiao Yang's body seemed to scatter because of the overwhelming chaotic flow. This is bad. The expression of Yao Ming and the rest drastically changed. Huge blood-red eyes were reflected in dark black eyes. Xiao Yang looked at Huang Qian, who would collide with him in the next instant. He did not pull back. Instead, he lifted his hand. A 6-colored brilliant fire lotus slowly appeared. An aura that could exterminate the world quietly spread. However, Xiao Yang was just about to toss this fire lotus, which was formed from 6 types of heavenly flames, when an explosion suddenly erupted from the neon serene spring below. A light pillar shot to the sky and cut through the space between Xiao Yang and Huang Qian. The light pillar radiated with 9 different colors. The enormous 9-colored light pillar pierced the sky. Its beautiful luster caused the land to appear a lot livelier. This sudden unexpected change caused many to feel shocked and stunned. Clearly, they did not understand where the 9-colored light pillar originated from. This kind of pressure, Yao Ming and the other elders from the 9 serene deep ground python tribe stared at the light pillar with shocked and uncertain eyes. They were able to detect a pressure that originated from within both their bloodlines and souls. Bang! Huang Qian's enormous demon phoenix body was unable to stop in time. It violently collided with the light pillar in front of countless pairs of startled eyes. A loud earth-shaking sound abruptly reverberated across the sky. The sky and land seemed to tremble because of this fierce collision. Crack crack. After Huang Qian's full-force collision, the 9-colored light pillar cracked. A huge cracked line formed as though it was possible to break a light pillar. The surface of the light pillar blasted apart, and a 10,000-foot-long 9-colored snake tail suddenly erupted from the light pillar. It was swung and firmly wrapped around Huang Qian's body. The light pillar collapsed and a huge 9-colored python that was even larger than Huang Qian glaringly appeared in front of many pairs of eyes. Hiss! The inhalation of cold air immediately sounded one after another as everyone looked at the huge 9-colored python, which filled the sky. Shock surged into the many pairs of eyes present. This is 7-colored heaven-swallowing python. Those elders from the 9 serene deep-ground python tribe revealed stunned eyes as they stared at the brilliant python. The large python's body radiated with 9 colors. It was colorful and extremely beautiful. Those human-sized scales contained a gorgeous luster as they covered that enormous body. The body of the snake slowly wiggled. It vaguely emitted an overwhelming feeling that seemed to be able to easily shatter a mountain range. This feeling shook one's heart. It is not a 7-colored heaven-swallowing python, it is the legendary 9-colored heaven-swallowing python. A great wave seemed to have stirred in Yao Ming's heart at this moment. The 9-colored heaven-swallowing python was a divine creature that seemed only exist in the ancient folktales. From a certain point of view, such an existence was even stronger than the ancestor of the snake-type magical beast, the ancient heaven python. Due to them being few in numbers, the reputation of the 9-colored heaven-swallowing python was far inferior to the ancient heaven python. However, being the tribal chief of the 9 serene deep-ground python tribe, Yao Ming naturally understood the strength of this 9-colored heaven-swallowing python. Even during ancient times, the 9-colored heaven-swallowing python had hardly ever appeared. Moreover, each time it did, it would stir shock within the snake tribe. Yao Ming had never imagined that he would actually be able to personally see this divine beast, which only existed in the legends. The current 9 serene deep-ground python tribe was the tribe with the closest bloodline to the ancient heaven python among the snake tribes, but this pride was not even worth mentioning in front of a 9-colored heaven-swallowing python because the bloodline of the 9-colored heaven-swallowing python was a little stronger than the ancient heaven python from a certain point of view. The pressure from his bloodline originated from this. Kailin actually possesses such an identity. No wonder Xiao Yang allowed her to train in the 9 serene spring. At this moment, Yao Ming finally understood why Xiao Yang had allowed Kailin to train inside the spring, which even he could not stay in for long. A 9-colored heaven-swallowing python? How is this possible? How can there be any 9-colored heaven-swallowing python remaining on the continent? Huang Qian's huge body was firmly restrained. He looked at the 9-colored python in front of him, which was staring at him with icy-cold snake eyes and extending its snake tongue. A shocked expression surged within his eyes as he involuntarily cried out in disbelief. The huge python in front of him was an existence comparable to the heaven phoenix. Why did it still exist in this world? The snake eyes of the huge 9-colored python remained icy even as Huang Qian roared in disbelief. The huge snake tail that had been firmly wrapped around his body gradually constricted tighter. That terrifying squeezing force broke the metallic feathers on Huang Qian's body. The bones in his body continuously emitted a strange creaking sound. Even the space itself had become a little distorted. Damn it! A shock and fury flashed through Huang Qian's huge eyes as he sensed the powerful pressure that contorted his body. He let out a sharp cry toward the sky as a bright golden light shot out of his body in all directions. Under the golden light, the feathers on Huang Qian's body suddenly stood up. They were like sharp blades as they wildly hacked at the huge 9-colored python's body. Sparks started to rain down like a firestorm. Hiss hiss. The eyes of the 9-colored huge python gained a colder glint as Huang Qian struggled to retaliate. He saw the snake head sway and dozens of 7-colored snake scales suddenly fell. These scales shook and changed into dozens of enormous 7-colored heaven-swallowing pythons in front of many shocked eyes. After which, the snake tails entangled with each other like a snake web. Finally, dozens of 7-colored heaven-swallowing python cried out toward the sky. The snake web subsequently shrunk at a speed visible to the naked eye. Bang bang bang. The rate at which the snake net shrunk was frightening. A squeezing force, which could not be described, was formed by the net made out of snakes. Even space itself collapsed. Hiss hiss. Huang Qian was at the middle of the frightening squeezing force. He involuntarily felt some panic and fear despite his strength. Even he would likely be seriously injured if he were struck by that net. A desire to withdraw immediately rose in his heart. His enormous body strangely shook as he forcefully freed himself slightly from the nine-colored heaven-swallowing python. Soon after, his huge body quickly shrank and transformed into a human figure in front of many pairs of eyes. The wings on Huang Tian's back were flapped after he returned to his human form. Wind blew and thunder reverberated as his body penetrated space and hurriedly rushed out of the snake web. Bang! Huang Tian was extremely fast and ferocious. Both of his wings were flapped and he narrowly fled through a gap in the snake net. Just as he thought that he had escaped, an enormous shadow suddenly descended from the sky. A bright and colorful snake tail ruthlessly smashed into his body. The powerful air explosion smashed into the ground 100,000 feet below, forming a 10,000-foot wide pit. Huang Tian immediately spat out a mouthful of fresh blood after being firmly struck by this snake tail. The frightening strength shook him until his internal organs shifted. His body was just like a cannonball as it flew away. Finally, he violently shattered a mountain in front of many stunned eyes. After which, he rubbed across the ground and formed a 10,000-foot deep gully before he came to a slow halt. Many pairs of eyes looked at the gully, which stretched into the horizon. Their throat involuntarily quivered. Their eyes had gained an additional fear when they looked at the nine-colored heaven-swallowing python in the sky again. Even an ordinary elite dosheng would likely be turned into a bloody fog from this tail strike. The bodies of those experts from the Heaven Demon Phoenix tribe stiffened at this moment. Their expressions were stunned. None of them dared to move forward to rescue Huang Tian because of the incomparably intense pressure radiating from the sky. While the entire sky seemed to have fallen into silence, the enormous nine-colored heaven-swallowing python in the sky slowly began to curl up its huge body. Then, a colorful and brilliant luster surged from its body before the heaven-swallowing python's large body began to shrink. Finally, it turned into a beautiful figure with enchanting curves in front of many startled eyes. The luster in the sky gradually scattered. That enchanting figure appeared in the eyes of many figure. Cold, enchanting, and capable of bringing disaster to a country. The hearts of many pounded at a faster rate once they saw this bewitching appearance mixed with an iciness. Such a person could be described as the ultimate temptation. The bewitching figure revealed herself in the sky. Her hand pointed at the dozens of seven-colored heaven-swallowing python in the sky and beckoned. The snakes whistled down before turning into many seven-colored lights that rushed into her body. Those are actually spiritual bodies of seven-colored heaven-swallowing pythons. Only after she began collecting those seven-colored heaven-swallowing python did Yao Ming and the others shockingly discover that these heaven-swallowing pythons were not made of energy. Instead, they were true heaven-swallowing python souls. Dozens of seven-colored heaven-swallowing python souls. Even Yao Ming's head became a little giddy after realizing what they were. The remaining elders from the 9 serene deep-ground python tribe all revealed dull gazes, appearing just like fools. How could so many of these extremely rare seven-colored heaven-swallowing pythons appear at once? The beauty in the sky completely ignored their shock. Her eyes, which contained a lazy iciness, slowly swept her surroundings, as though she was a queen inspecting her subjects, appearing cold and mighty, but anyone who made contact with this pair of eyes, which contained a trace of laziness, would feel their hearts beat harder. Some of those mentally weak individuals revealed bright red faces as the do-chi within their bodies became chaotic. The demonic beauty's eyes merely swept briefly over the area below. They shifted away without pausing. After which, she turned her head slightly and looked at an area a short distance behind her. A black-clothed young man was standing in the air. His face contained some gentle smile. A pair of dark black eyes were filled with joy. Her eyes paused on that young figure as the mouth on her bewitching face slowly lifted into an arc. She was like a blooming peony that was filled with great allure. Her beauty was soul-stirring. This video will end here.